NBA, be afraid. Be very afraid of OKC. How they made Ja say, we will never play that bad again.
Be hard to actually do it. But we tip things off with Steph and the Warriors starting yet another playoff run against a Rockets squad who, despite having the second best record in the West, came into this first round series a little light on playoff experience. In fact, the Rockets as a team hadn't been to the playoffs since 2020. Steph, well, he's been there a few times, got a few rings to show for it. Early first quarter, though, they entered to the top floor, no elevator needed, and he took Draymond Green with him, trying to set the tone early. And then Tari Eason hits the steal. He's off to the other end. Rockets with a 3-point lead after the first quarter. But playoff Jim hammer and a wrench. Got the floater there. And then 2 minutes before the half, it's Steph. Knocks down a 3. Warriors now up 7. And then right before the half, Steph gets loose from there. 16 points in the first half. The 50th time in his playoff career he's had at least 15 points at halftime. They were up 47-34. Let's go to the third quarter. Hey, yo, you like that? To Reggie Miller. He was calling a game for TNT, and Reggie made a few threes in his career. Warriors were up 20. And then Steph. Watch this nonsense. Ooh, come on, dude. Ooh. They're up 23. Their largest lead of the game. But the Rockets are like, yeah, we are down, but we are far from over. Şengün. That's a tough three by him. The deficit is 16. Right before the end of the third, they're down 11. Jabari Smith Jr. with the layup. So the lead would be 9 for the Warriors going to the fourth quarter. Jimmy buckets put the game in a chokehold. Mid-range, too good. 6 points and a win for the Warriors since 2022. So Jimmy, how'd you like your first taste of playoff Steph?
Like I always say, Batman comes out of nowhere. You never see him coming, then he just falls from the sky, from a building, behind the door, and does some incredible things, man. He's going to be the reason that we do win it all. We all know that, but we got to protect him at all costs.
He was incredible, and with that type of pressure on him from Thompson and others, he just made some amazing plays, and obviously carried us offensively along with Jimmy.
Not turning the ball over, getting quality shots is always a good formula. And when we didn't do it, they got out and ran, especially in the first half, and got better in the second and got more particularly well. Obviously, you look at Fred, Jalen, Amen, didn't have their usual night shooting and still had our chance. So said to the group, guarded well enough, got to have better offensive showing, get our spacing down, and take care of the ball.
Joined now by 2008 NBA champion Kendrick Perkins. All right, Perk, look, the Rockets had a tremendous season. They came into this series with a lot of confidence. They started the game with a lot of energy, but they didn't have the playoff experience that the team on the other side did in the Golden State Warriors. How much did that impact what we saw here in Game 1?
It's going to be there. And look, we saw the Rockets, right? They're going to play hard. That's their identity. That's their culture, starting with Ime Udoka. But the unforced turnovers, trying to make the home run play, not keeping it simple. You can't do that in the playoff series, especially going against an experienced Golden State Warrior team. And also the three-point shooting with the Houston Rockets. They were 6 for 29 tonight. They're going to have to make shots, but this has been their Achilles heel all season long. It's the reason that they led the league in offensive rebounding is because they can't shoot. They rank 25th in the league in three-point shots, and that's not going to get it. This is about making shots in this series. The driving gaps are going to close. The scouting report gets thicker, and now all of a sudden you got to make plays. And I'm looking at a guy like Jalen Green. He got to come through. He's auditioning at the moment. They talking about maybe having whispers and rumors, out there about trading for Kevin Durant. Well, guess what, Jalen Green? If you don't show up, they're talking about you.
All right, so Jimmy Butler comes to Golden State after whatever happened in Miami and is supposed to bring some new life to this squad, especially for Steph, to try to make another deep playoff run. It's only Game 1, but the regular season is not the postseason. What Jimmy brought to this team in Game 1 tells you what about the Warriors in this playoff series and the future?
That they could make a legit run to the NBA Finals. I don't have them picked, But with Jimmy Butler is he's a Swiss Army knife. He'll cut you everywhere but loose. And it's not just from him scoring, it's from him going for the rebounds, getting the assists, getting the steals. And all of a sudden, he has brought joy and life to Steph Curry in this Warriors organization. Now, all of a sudden, we see the Steph that we've grown to love, right? A Steph that's out there making those threes, a Steph that's out there finishing at the basket, that's playing with joy, that's also getting defensive stops. This team continue to play at this pace, especially what they're doing defensively with the combination of Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green. This team definitely could make a run to the finals. I'm not putting them over OKC, but they are legit title contenders.
All right, Perk, sit tight. We'll get some more perspective from you on some other games we saw today. But I will say this, that Easter look you got on is Usher Board certified. Good job.
Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, big bro.
Okay, out east, top-seeded Cavs starting their playoff quest against the Heat at Rocket Arena. Donovan Mitchell ready to go, especially early on. First quarter, Cavs up 4. Look at Mitchell right there, jumping the passing lane with the steal, all alone, throw it down. Had 4 steals on this one. Mitchell said, I have to be aggressive, see how the defense reacts. Second quarter, here's how the defense reacts when he drives in and gets the lay-in, plus the foul. 15 points in the first half for Mitchell. Cavs up 9 after the free throw. And then there was Darius Garland nailing the 3 right there. Bench all like, yeah! They're up 14. Then Bam Adebayo with the steal. And watch Jared Allen right there with the block. Didn't give up on the play and got the big denial on the other end. But Tyler Hero, 10 seconds left. Heat down 11, hits the tough 3. Heat down 8 at halftime. Third quarter, though, Donovan Mitchell. Full acrobatic mode right there. Tough finish gets it to go. Cavs up 13. Yeah! Then Heat down 11. Duncan Robinson trying to bring him back into this thing. Yep. Got the floater to go. Heat down 9. Davion Mitchell. To Haywood Highsmith. Corner 3. These Heat, they never go away. They're down 87-79 going into the fourth. Fourth quarter action, Ty Jerome. That's the name you need to know. It's Mitchell right there for the 3. Mitchell had 30 on the night, but then it was all Jerome, 6th man of the year candidate to cutting Allen right there. And then Jerome going downhill. This dude has had a renaissance this season. Kenny Atkinson said he turned the game for us. He did it all tonight. Look at him. The fadeaway right here. Cavs up 16 at that point. And then ensuing Cavs possession. Jerome. Look at that long 3. Oh, scored or assisted on the Cavs' first 24 points in the fourth quarter. 28 points off the bench in 26 minutes. He's like, are you not entertained? Playoff debut in Cavs history behind LeBron and Kyrie. And then Mitchell to Garland, knocking down 3s. 27 points. Cavs handle their business in this one.